Hi there, welcome to my channel. This is Jen with Lady Rocklander, and today I would like to show you a new purchase that I've made. It's the Devos Outdoors LightRanger 2000. If you've been a part of the overlanding community for a number of years, no doubt you have had this product run across your news feed, in your advertisements, and probably seen them at any number of outdoor expos. This is Devos Outdoors, and they have the LightRanger. For a number of years, I have seen this product come up on my news feed, and finally I did check it out. I did a little bit of research. I looked at the Devos Outdoor LightRanger 1200, and then I took a look at the price. And to me, I thought it was a pretty expensive purchase for something that I could just get a $20 light off of Amazon. I didn't think that I needed a specialized light for camping. The past few years, I've had some things happen when I've been outdoors and camping and adventuring, and I realized that I was taking my personal safety for granted when I was traveling by myself. So when I saw that Devos Outdoor came out with the LightRanger 2000, to me, I figured it was just going to be another light, 2000, maybe as a brighter light, probably something that I don't need. After doing a little bit of research, though, I found out that it has some features that might be beneficial for someone like me. So one of the things that turned me off about the LightRanger 1200 was the fact that you had to use these lens covers in order to get the different color lighting. So an amber lens cover for an amber light and a red light cover for red light. And I just didn't want to carry around the extra stuff. Amber light seemed like a great feature, especially if you live in an area that has a lot of insects at night. I live in Minnesota, so that would be a great feature for me to have. But again, I don't want to carry any extra parts and pieces. It's just one more thing that you have to pack. 2024, Devos Outdoor came out with the LightRanger 2000. At first glance, it looks like their other light, the 1200. Maybe it's just a more powerful lumen. I don't know, but I wasn't really that interested when I first saw this. And again, it kept coming up in my newsfeed and across my platforms. Upon further research, though, I realized that it does have some new features that might be beneficial for someone like me, such as Bluetooth. The new 2000 is Bluetooth compatible, which means that you're able to control the light's features from your phone. To me, this is a great feature because then I can turn off my light when I'm already in my tent. So I don't have to turn off my light, walk through the dark, stumble through the dark to get to my tent. I think the Bluetooth capability of this product is a pretty cool feature. The other thing that really turned me on to this product is you do not need those colored lens covers anymore. So they're already built into the lamp. So you simply just press the button and your light is amber or your light is red. No more having to carry around the extra parts and pieces for the different colored lens covers. There are some features that were brought over from the LightRanger 1200 that I want to talk about. The features about the 2000 that is also a feature of the 1200 is the fact that it is a dimmable light. So you don't have to have this bright sun lighting up your campground at night. I mean, it's great, it's useful for setting up, but then it starts to become a bit of a distraction with bright lights. You are out there in the wilderness wanting to enjoy the dark. So these lights are dimmable, and it's simple to dim. You just simply press and hold the button, and then you can get it to a much lower lumen. A great feature is that you're able to light up different sides of the light. If you notice, the light is a bit of a square, and so it has, each side has its own light. So you're able to light up 1, 2, 3, or all 4 sides of the light if you need your light more directed, or if you just want a broad light just casting over everything. You can also use these lights for charging other devices. There is a USB-C plug that you're able to plug in your other devices. And the thing that sold me on the LightRanger 2000 was the Bluetooth connectivity. For me, this is a safety feature. And I know some of you are going to think that that's silly, turning your light off with your phone. What's the big deal? So let's talk about that a little bit. As a solo adventurer, female solo adventurer, we have to think a lot about safety. Somebody asked me how I feel about traveling by myself, or if I am leading a group of first-time female overlanders or teaching a class. Safety comes up a lot. This is one of those things that can give you just a little bit of peace of mind. So I like the idea of the Bluetooth connectivity. The other thing that is an additional purchase for Devos to use with any of the LightRangers really is the motion detection system. The reason why I purchased this is I feel better knowing that if there is any movement in my immediate camping area, the light will turn on, and if it's something innocent, that's fine. If it's something not so innocent, hopefully the light will deter any not so innocent activity. So again, just peace of mind. Maybe you're gonna think that this is overkill or that I'm paranoid, but as a female solo traveler, for me, this is a feature that I think is beneficial. All right, so let's get into it. Let's dig into this thing. First of all, it does come in a carrying case, so nothing special there. It's just a canvas bag. I did read some reviews online that the first time people unwrapped it, they didn't think it came with a power charging cord. You do have to dig around a little bit. There's a little pocket in here, and that pocket does carry most of these accessories. It does come with a charging block and a power cord. These ground stakes were super useful when I was in Palo Duro, Texas, right on the rim of the canyon. The wind was crazy. We had a near tornado and the light did not move. This telescoping 4-section pole does extend about 10 feet or 120 inches. The bottom portion there though, that's the tripod. It has these spring-loaded legs with 2 different width settings. It is pretty quick to set up and it's very, very stable. And there's the USB-C plug, your different LED light options. And then that button on your right changes the color, and the button on the left is the power button, as well as the button that controls how many sides of the light are on. As mentioned, this pole can go as tall as 10 feet, very easy to make adjustments. So that's it for my review of the Devos Outdoor LightRanger 2000. Hopefully you found some of this information helpful to you. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. Otherwise, thanks again, guys, and hopefully we'll see you on the trail. Hey you guys, I'm back. I've had the opportunity to use the LightRanger now for about 13 nights. So I just wanted to follow up and tell you what I thought some of the pros and cons were. So let's start with the cons. So first of all, I had some issues with the Bluetooth connectivity. If you are not connected to the light between 1 and 12 hours, you'll lose the Bluetooth connection. Seems like there's a pretty simple fix in the settings. I just sort of gave up on it. I will look into that though and make that adjustment. Second con, in my opinion, is the battery life. Just something you have to keep in mind, that if you are running it at maximum light, which is the 2000 lumens, you will only get about 4 hours of time out of that. Now on the flip side, if you are only lighting up one side of the light, or if you're using the amber or red colors, which are the lower, warmer kelvins, then you'll get a lot more life out of each charge. And the last thing is kind of a big deal for me, and that is the motion sensor, which I did pay extra for. I still haven't gotten it to work. I have tried it about 3 times, and it still just will not turn on with movement for me. Let's talk about the pros. So I was super impressed with the fact that this is weather resistant, dust resistant, water resistant, like hurricane resistant, pretty much impact resistant. I was in Palo Duro, Texas at the Maris Adventure Park and camped right on the rim of the canyon, and the winds were crazy. There was a tornado warning, and this thing was staked into the ground with the ground stakes, and it did not move. So I'm super impressed with the durability. The second pro is that, man, this thing really lights up your camp. Somebody made a comment when I was camping that they were glad someone brought their porch light. So it definitely lights everything up and makes it easier to see when you're at camp. The third pro for the Devos 2000 is the built-in LED lights, the colors. So you don't have to carry around any of those clumsy lens covers. You get your red and your amber and your white colors all in just one unit. And the fourth pro is actually a pretty big deal. As I mentioned, the motion detector, the motion sensor hasn't worked for me. I happened to be at the More Expo where there was a booth with the Devos rep, and I mentioned it to him, and he wanted to swap it out for a new one right on the spot. Unfortunately, I did not get back to his booth, so that didn't happen, but that's really great customer service for him to offer to swap it out right then and there. Overall, like I said in the beginning of the video, I never thought I would pay this kind of money for a camping light, but I did, and I have no regrets about it. The Devos 2000 really is a great light. I'm not upset about what I paid for it. I think it's worth it 100%. Let me know in the comments if you've got one. If you have any questions about it, happy to answer any questions that you have. Otherwise, I'll see you out on the trail.